माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल आईएएस एक्सपर्ट। मैं अपने चैनल आईएएस एक्सपर्ट पर आप लोग का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ। आज हम पढ़ेंगे यूनिट 1 का डाटा इंफॉर्मेशन नॉलेज और विजडम। डाटा इंफॉर्मेशन नॉलेज विजडम आर द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ माइंड. Data knowledge and wisdom are the evaluated in the ascending scales of values, and data having the least value, wisdom have the great. What is data? Data in Latin is Latin in origin, literacy. It means anything that is given in the some term. The term include facts, figures, letters, symbol, word, character, graph, and that representing an idea, object, and condition. Webster Third New International Dictionary define data as something that is given or admitted fact or principle grant and presented that upon which an interface and argument is based, from which an ideal system of sorted is constructed. According to Oxford Encyclopedia of English Dictionary, data is known as known fact and things used as a basis of influencer and uh, recognizing. UNESCO defined data as fact, concept, instruction, and a formalized manner and suitable for communication, interpretation, or processing by human and automatic mind. In a simple, data is a unit of fact or raw material of information. It is determined by observation, experiences. By nature, data are either qualitative or quantitative. Qualitative data are numerical and quantitative data are numerical and qualitative data are descriptive. It is also possible to transfer qualitative data into numerical values. Additionally, in science, data can also be a graphic in nature. Data possesses following characteristics. The following are the essential property of data. Amenability to use. Data must be amenable to use, and the use may differ with the context. Clarity. Data should necessarily display clarity. Accuracy is essential property of data. Essence. Data should be compressed and refined. Only the refined data represent the essence of value. Information. The word information is derived from the Latin word forma and the formato. Both the word convey the notion of giving the shape to something and of formulating a pattern. Information is processed data organized, represented by someone. Data becomes information when they are collected, processed, interpreted, presented, or communicated to someone in an organized and logical form to facilitate a better comprehension of the convinced issue. Information is a knowledge convincing someone a particular fact, subject, and event in any communicated form. It is a constructed collection of data, set of data, relation between data. It consists of data that has been retrieved, processed, or otherwise used for informative or inferior purposes, argumented, or as a basis of forecast decision making. Let us mention some of the definition of information. According to Harvard Librarian Glossary Reference Book and compiled by the Rape Ferrell's 7th edited 1990, information is an assemblage of data in the comprehensive form capable of communication. McLable 80 et al. 1966 has cited Brolockian definition. According to them, information is a raw material and consists of mere collection of data. Hayes 1969 defined information as the result of data usually formalized in processing. Device 1974 has defined information as a data that has been processed into form that is meaningful to the recipient and is of a real perceived value to the current and prospective decisions. Steve Lin 1986 has defined information as a factual data, idea, and other information enabling from any segment of society that are defined as beginning of value, sometimes gathers on a regular basis or organized in a fashion on some fashion, transmitted to other and used in some meaningful fashion. According to SC Blumenthal's in Management Information System 1969, information is a data recorded, classified, organized, related, interpreted within the context to convey meaning. According to A.J. Envelis, etc., information is a sensibly statement, optimum fact, concept, idea, or an association of statement, opinion, or idea. It is closely associated with knowledge in that once information has been assimilated, correlated, and understood, it becomes knowledge. Knowledge. The word knowledge means on assimilated belief that is known. It is the information reader heard and seen and understood. It is an organized set of statement of fact, idea presenting a reasoned judgment or an experimental result which are transmitted to other through some communication media in some systematic form. When information is stored in mind and it constitutes knowledge, particularly when relationships are established between the item of information. Webster New International Dictionary of English Language define knowledge as familiarity gained by the actual experiment and practical skill, technical acquisitions, and it has been defined as a Webster by acquisitions with fact and state of being aware of something, of processing information, hence the scope of information. When a man know the identity, things and concept, knowledge is established. As a man know more and more about identity, knowledge grow in order that knowledge already gathered is not lost from a scope of pottery. It must be exist in record and stored format due to the compatibility of large age of human living of third generation is in the family within the society, ability to reason and analyze and ability to transfer the accumulated knowledge to his posterity, increase his or her stock of knowledge. Knowledge is the ability of an actor to respond to the body of fact and principle accumulated over a period of time. Quality of knowledge depend upon the property of agent. Knowledge can be viewed in terms of following. Knowledge is an structure or organization of information including the relationship among items of information. Knowledge is created, modified by new information. When the information is applied by people, it becomes knowledge. Knowledge is universally gathered as much wider concept than information, both in everyday world but within specialty theory and practice. Further, knowledge is individual to each person and it does not depend upon human to exist. It when it exists apart from information, it can also be useful if it becomes a commodity and resources. Knowledge can only resort in an organic brain as soon as it is objectified outside the biological organism. It becomes disembodied information capable of entering production similar to manufactured product and commodities. Some of the characteristics of knowledge is dynamic and ever growing and containing, and it is contained with a subjective rhythm. It is structured, coherent, and often of endorsing significance. It is a stock largely result from the flow of and input of information. It is a basis of action. Fourth is wisdom. Wisdom is distillated and integrated knowledge and understanding. It is the most precious human capital in all the development process. Civil and Hollow Association from the System Management 1979 hence treated raw data from birth into evaluated form as information through maturity as knowledge to death and inclusion in a knowledge basis. It may be notified in pace that in a common social process, data, information, knowledge are regulated as mutually substituted element at time. Distinctly different and occupation overlaps and interchangeable. Both data and information has intrinsic property, while information is a shareable, knowledge is individual to each person. Again, information depend upon human to exist, but knowledge does not depend upon human to exist. Information is an aggregation and assemblage of data in a comprehensive form recorded on paper and some other media is capable of communication. Knowledge is a potential of for action on information. The information, knowledge, and wisdom in their totality constitute valuable human intellectual assets. So, I have given this lecture on data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. Hope so you like my this video. If you like it, please click on bell icon and subscribe my channel too. Thank you friends and have a nice day.